Hey guys, today we will be talking about the cell cycle. The cell cycle is a series of events that cells go through as they grow and divide. The phases of the cell cycle include interphase, mitosis, and cytokinesis for all cells except gametes. And for gametes, the phases include interphase, meiosis I, cytokinesis I, meiosis II, and cytokinesis II. We will start with mitosis. Mitosis is the process of cell duplication. It is for growth and repair, and every cell uses it except gametes. The first step is interphase. In this stage, there are three phases, G1, S, and G2. In G1, the cell grows and carries out cell functions. The cell creates protein and organelles, and the DNA is intact and ready for replication. In S, DNA is synthesized, and the sister chromatids, which are attached by centromeres, are formed. In G2, the cell prepares for division. This stage is not a part of the mitosis cycle. The first stage of mitosis is prophase. During this stage, the chromosomes condense and become visible, and the nuclear membrane also starts to disappear. The second stage is metaphase. The nuclear envelope completely disappears, and the homologous pairs align in the center of the cell. The spindle fibers, which come from centrioles, attach to the centromeres. The third stage is anaphase. Spindle fibers contract, which causes the chromosomes to split and travel to the opposite sides of the cell. The last and final stage is telophase. The nuclear envelope starts appearing and the cell begins to split. The cleavage furrow or cell wall forms, and the chromosomes decondense. The final step of the cell's life is cytokinesis, in which the cell fully splits. This stage, however, is not included in mitosis. This finishes the cell cycle. Make sure you remember mitosis starts with one cell and ends with two. The two cells, however, have the same amount of chromosomes as the parent cell. Now we are going to move on to meiosis, a process in which gametes duplicate to become 4 daughter cells. We're going to start with meiosis I. This is interphase, a process that comes before meiosis starts. Of the chromosomes you see, half of them came from the mother and half of them came from the father. For simplicity's sake, the pink is mom and the blue is dad. During this stage, DNA replicates and the cell prepares for meiosis to start. The first step of meiosis is prophase I. For this stage, the chromosomes condense and the nuclear envelope starts disappearing. Then a very special process, which is called crossing over, happens. During this process, homologous pairs line up and swap segments of their DNA, creating genetic diversity. After prophase I, metaphase I occurs, which is the lining up of homologous pairs in the center of the cell. The next stage of meiosis I is anaphase I. During this stage, the crossed over homologous pairs split, each going to a different side of the cell. The last and final stage of meiosis I is telophase I. During this stage, the nuclear membrane reappears and goes around the chromosomes. Then the cell will start to split. In between meiosis I and meiosis II comes cytokinesis I, a process which fully splits the cell, leaving us with 2 new cells. Please remember that at the beginning of meiosis I, there was 1 cell with 2 chromosomes inside the cell. At the end of meiosis I, there are 2 cells with 1 chromosome each. Now we will start meiosis II. This starts with prophase II, the process where the chromosomes condense and the nuclear membrane disappears. You can now see the chromosomes from the last cell. They already have the crossed over chromosomes. After this stage, metaphase II happens, in which the chromosomes line up in the middle of the cell to get on the ride that we will enter next, which is anaphase II. During anaphase II, the chromosomes split up and travel to opposite sides of the cell. Finally comes telophase II, the last phase of meiosis II. During this phase, a nuclear membrane reappears once more and the cells begin to split. Finally comes cytokinesis II, in which the cells fully split, resulting in 4 daughter cells. This whole process allows every child to look different, which creates genetic diversity. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comments below, and we will do our best to answer them. If you have any suggestions for video topics, please email us. The email is linked in the description box below. Share this video with anyone who you think will benefit from it. Please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Stay tuned for the next video.